coming after me. Y'all favorite came after me. My fans up and them bands up, bring my fam up. The mentality, these niggas be faking. The mentality, these niggas be hating. The mentality.
Yo, welcome back to the channel, homies. What's going on, y'all, man? How's everybody been? If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, man. If you enjoy the video or if you like these conversations and stuff, make sure you drop that thumbs up, bro, because it's very, very important that you drop thumbs up on the video. Honestly, the haters help spread the video more than the supporters do, because they'll come and dislike every video, but if you really support a person, you don't like every video, and that's why the message does not get spread, and that's why people don't get better. So I see a lot of people who complain about certain things, but not liking the right videos means that it's not going to get shared with people. So that's why a lot of the information doesn't get shared around YouTube, because it's not the content that everyone laughs at and then just instantly clicks the like button. So or I don't do fake giveaways and stuff like that, so that's why there's not a lot of likes. But anyway, man, let's get into this topic, because it's actually an interesting one, yo. It's a very interesting topic. I saw this from one of you all on the last video, and I wanted to address a lot of these points because I do a lot of trolling, so people take what I say the wrong way a lot of times, and I don't really care about the people who don't take the time to actually listen to what I'm saying. Like that's a problem with the world. Like, you can't really change people. People are not trained to listen. People don't take the time to understand someone else's point, especially nowadays. Nowadays, it's like you got to get right to the point, or some people are just not built to listen. And I get that. I understand the world, so that's why I don't even trip about that. But basically what was said is, VeLL, if Mobile Legends was innovative, then we should not see heroes this ridiculous. I mean, why does most marksmen have no mobility? Why don't they think that marksmen are destroyed by assassins? Maybe we should give them better mobility. That's innovative. Why are almost all the supports trash? That's innovative in no way. Tell me something. Why does Assassin Emblem has the most physical penetration in the game? Why are Assassin's abilities so AoE? Why is scaling and leveling so bad when it comes to marksmen and support? So let's talk about this. Let's talk about marksmen. Let's talk about assassins. Marksmen, I don't think that marksman is as bad as everyone thinks in Mobile Legends. Like I said, the biggest issue for me in Mobile Legends is the way that the community thinks. The community is trapped in the mindset that every decision the pros make is the factual decision that's everything. Like, people look at top players. The issue is so many players praise top players, and the top players have shown time and time again that they all think the same. Like, when you can really see things differently and when you can see things objectively, you can tell when someone is trapped in a mental box. All of them play the same way, they practice the same way, and I always go back to that first event, because honestly that was the last event that I watched for Mobile Legends, man. I don't even really watch the top players like that no more. But the event where this one team came up and used all non-meta heroes, just thinking different, it completely destroyed the top teams in Mobile Legends, simply because they had a different mindset. That's all it takes. Now, when it comes down to using the marksman, why they have no mobility, because an ADC, if an ADC had mobility, if an ADC had everything, if an ADC had the full package, the mobility, the slows, and all of this type of stuff, what would be the point of having a team? I think that in Mobile Legends, people just want overpowered heroes, but no, that's not how a MOBA is meant to be played. So they make ADC without mobility and stuff like that, because that's what you should be having a mage for. A mage for to keep people back. You can stun, like Cyclops. Somebody tries to run up on the ADC, Cyclops imprisons them. Or your tank stuns somebody who tries to come up on the ADC. Like, it's your team's job to protect the ADC. If your ADC has crazy mobility, has all these crazy damage and stuff like that, there would be no point in having a team. So I don't think that's a bad thing that ADC don't have mobility and all that. I think that it forces people to work together well, and people just won't work together well. So that's the community's fault. It's people's fault that they refuse to work together. It's people's fault that everyone wants to be a superstar. It's people's fault. Like, it's people's fault that videos like this will never get shared. So people don't, like, a lot of people don't even think, they're not going to just think to themselves, maybe I'm not working as a teammate when I'm using a marksman. No one is going to think about the things that I talk about, and no one is going to ever think about it, because most of the people who need to see this video probably will never see this video, and that's simply because the people who watch this video will not drop a like, because everyone's is quick to complain about the situation, but no one actually wants to do what it takes to change the situation. I mean, at the end of the day, we can talk all day long. I've been pointing out these these problems for almost 2 years now, but it's not going to make people want better. When you want better, you'll start sharing the content that will make people better. When you want better, you'll start having the conversations that need to be had, and not just having the conversations, you'll change as a player. Like, how many people are willing to choose a hero like a tank or something and lose the game playing perfect as a tank? Or would you rather try to win the game using some overpowered hero and just try to carry the game by yourself? Like, most people would rather just try to carry by themselves than actually learn a role, master a role, and live and die by that role and being good at that role. And that's what a MOBA is. A MOBA isn't like Mobile Legends. Everybody plays every single role, and everybody can play every single role. Well, not even can play every single role, because there's so many people that I see playing their role that don't even know how to play their role. The thing about other MOBAs, especially League of Legends, you have people who play specific roles, and they stick to that role. Why? Because there is so much that you have to learn about each role that will make you a strong and solid player. In Mobile Legends, everybody thinks that you can just swap to different heroes. If you see somebody who's a good marksman player, you want to see them play assassin. Like, I have no problem with the fact that a lot of people want to see me play different heroes, and you all know that I can play pretty much any hero decently, but at the same time, I know where my strengths lie. I'm a strong tank, I'm a strong marksman, and that's simply because it's all about positioning, timing, and decision making. For me, assassins and stuff, I lag a lot, so I can't do that. I can't get in, and also, my reflexes are not fast enough to be in the middle of 5 people and think real quick about what to do and then mechanically be able to do it. Like, I'm just not that fast. Like, I'm not quick like that, and I know where my weaknesses are as well. So I feel like people expect too much from Marksman, and people expect too much from Mobile Legends, when in reality you have to depend more on the team. This is a team game at the end of the day, so it may make you mad that you're dying as an ADC or something, but it's the team's fault. It's not Mobile Legends' fault, it's the team's fault. Whoever you got paired with, it's their fault. And why don't they know the information? Yes, Mobile Legends does a bad job of sharing the information that needs to be shared, but at the same time, you all could make the change too. You all could share the information. No one is stopping you from sharing videos that help you. No one is stopping you from sharing videos like this. The thing is, no one shares videos like this, and that's why these videos isn't the thing that the community is seeing. So the community is not learning. The communities watch the pro players, and what happens when a bunch of people are watching pro players, they think that that's the meta they're in. They think that that's how the game should be played, and everything that the pro players try to do, they try to copy that. When just copying pro players does not work at every level within the game. It's levels for a reason. At the highest level, when you're going against people with 500 stars and up, of course they're going to play that way, but that's not how anyone else in Mobile Legends should be playing. Mobile Legends could be different. And when it comes down to actually playing Marksman, you said basically, why is scaling with Marksman so bad? Scaling is so bad because it takes time for a marksman to be fed. If a marksman was just an absolute killer, a marksman had range, a marksman had good positioning early on in the game, a marksman would just strictly dominate the game the entire time. The reason it takes marksmen so long is because it gives the assassins a chance to take the marksman out, to stop them from getting fed. Marksman becomes the highest damage output in the game, and marksman also has the lowest chance of getting hit by someone because of their range. So if they started out leveling a lot quicker and getting stronger a lot quicker, that would be unfair. That's why they're late game heroes. You just have to choose a team comp where late game works, and a lot of people don't. A lot of people would rather go Goshen, Lancelot, Fanny. A lot of people would rather go these early game team comps because it's easier, and it's not many marksman players who are capable of staying alive in this meta. It's not many people who can. Like, you all saw the marksman. Even when I was leveling up solo ranking by myself, you noticed that there was a lot of marksmen on my team. I would get paired with 2, and it would be 2 and 3 marksmen on my team, and out of all of them, I would be the only one who's not feeding. And it's simply because, like, just using a hero don't mean you know how to use that hero. The reason that they're not as good with marksmen is because they're not like me. They don't only play marksmen. Like, they'll one game they'll be mage, one game they'll be assassin, and then they don't even play any of the roles right. They don't know how to play a role right. They don't know that there is a right way to even play the role most of the time. So that's one of the biggest issues. It has nothing to do with the fact that Marksman's bad or support's bad or anything like that. And the same thing is with supports. Estes is a very, very strong hero, and very few people in lower elo even knows that Deadly Blade counters him. Like, people don't know how to counter Estes. People just don't use Estes because they don't know how good he is. And then when the people know how good Estes is, if they choose Estes in a game, everyone's going to say, oh, you're choosing Estes, you're a noob, report my teammate. Like, that's the type of stuff that people do because they don't know that Estes is a good hero. So it's not that the heroes in Mobile Legends are bad, the marksman or the support are bad, it's that the community is not educated. They don't know how good these heroes actually are. But the last point I want to touch on is the Assassin Emblem having the most physical penetration in the game. Why does the Assassin Emblem have the most physical penetration? I would agree with this decision personally. And the reason that I would agree with this decision personally is because ADC, they have all the advantages in the world. They can keep their distance from people. Eventually, they're going to do the most damage. They do safe damage at that. An assassin has to get in close with everything. An assassin is always risking his life because he can go and try to dive somebody and easily get stunned, which 9 times out of 10 in this meta can happen. It can 100% happen in this meta unless people are choosing bad picks like freaking Bane, like almost any fighter, like except for Ruby. Ruby, you come in close to Ruby, you're getting stunned. But 9 times out of 10, that's why fighters, like the reason they have so many stuns right now, which is kind of making it bad for fighters. But fighters are almost always a bad pick. But certain fighters, you got Jawhead and stuff like that. But we're not going to get into that anyway. When it comes down to the physical, when it comes down to the Assassin Emblem, basically physical penetration is more needed for them. It's some type of advantage that they have because they really don't have that many advantages. That they have mobility. Mobility means nothing if you're mobile, you jump in and get stunned. Like, what all that mobility gonna do now? The issue is when an assassin jumps in or dives, the team just don't work together. The team don't know what to do. Everything is just discombobulated. Like, the ADC trap maybe runs away, or the ADC runs in there like an idiot. Like, people are not handling the situations the right way. But assassins need that advantage. Assassins need to be able to destroy. They need to be able to melt people. Because otherwise, what use are they? What use are they? But also, it's the tank's job to take that damage. And then people say things like, "Oh, but they can melt the tank so fast." If you let them melt the tank so fast, that means you're not a good teammate. If you're a marksman, if you're an assassin, if you see somebody targeting your tank, you instantly target whoever's targeting your tank. Because the thing is, your tank's job is to get targeted. Your job is to make sure while he's getting targeted, if he dies, and it's for a good reason. It's because you're getting hits on the people who matters. Because the thing is, if they're attacking the tank doesn't matter. So they're wasting their damage. They're wasting their time attacking the tank. And you can do the right thing and actually focus somebody who matters. Because, I mean, the tank is going to be an easy target if you kill everybody around the tank. Like, a tank can do, nobody thinks like that though. If you kill everyone around a tank, what is a tank going to do besides sit there and look stupid? A tank is not going to go up against a bunch of killers. A tank might be able to take a good amount of hits, but you're not taking a bunch of hits from a bunch of killers. Like you're going to go down easily if you try to defend. If you try to do anything, a tank is useless. So a lot of people focus the tanks all the time. It's not a good decision. And I think that's why Mobile Legends is in the state that it's in. It's not the fact that Mobile Legends is bad. It's not the fact that Marksman is bad. It's not the fact that a physical penetration being with the Assassin Emblem is bad, because they need that advantage. Assassins don't have many advantages, and they actually risk their lives with everything that they do. So the thing is, it's the way people think. It's the way people don't understand the basics of the game, like positioning, knowing how to position, knowing when to engage, knowing that when somebody focuses your tank, you're supposed to focus the damage dealers. Knowing these things is game changing. If everyone on every team knew these games, it would literally come down to strategy and really outthinking the other team. Like, Mobile Legends is not played how a MOBA should be played whatsoever. It's really just everyone doing their own thing. When it comes down to team play, that's a deeper level of strategy that we can't even go into right now. But let me know what you all think in the comment section down below, man. That's pretty much it. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you agree. Let me know if you disagree. Let me know some other topics that you would like to talk about as well. But thanks for coming through. Make sure you drop that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'm gonna catch y'all on the next one, family. Peace out, y'all.
I'm on it. Can't fail for my family, I want it. So they'll never need home.